Damn it. Well, hello everyone. Hourglass Eyes here to talk about a controversial subject. Clones. Okay, somebody wanted me to talk about clones. So let's start off with this thing. I don't really consider this thing a clone. I mean, I just don't. Until I can find out for sure if this is the actual Ballyquick design product or not, which I'm at this point I'm quite certain it is. I can't call it a clone because it's not copying anything. I mean, sure, it has some similarities, like these are like sort of hammer, hole pattern here, but not down there, and that's kind of a glider co blade, but or Arctic, not glider. Yeah, glider. Right? Glider co Arctic. Okay. Well, in any case, yeah, sure, it's got some similarities, but it's not outright copying one thing, so not really a clone. Okay, and sounds pretty good. Okay, but I do have a clone here. Right there. My EX9 clone. Okay, this is like the only really real clone I've got. Actually, it is basically the only real clone I've got on me right now. So let's talk about clones because it's really controversial, and my opinion on it, I think, will make a lot of people upset. That's just it. Look at all this airsoft shit. I really need to organize my closet. So, I'm ready to make a lot of people upset because as a veteran in the Balisong community, I think my opinion is not going to be well received among other veterans. But I actually don't mind clones. I really don't. I don't mind them at all. And so, yeah, that's the short answer is I don't mind clones, I think they're fine. Okay, and I'm sure that's going to make a lot of people triggered, but I mean, just hear me out, okay? I'm going to break it down for you, talk about why I feel that way. So, let's start out with a couple of facts, okay? These are facts and not my opinion. So, you can't tell me that these are wrong, okay? Because these are straight up facts, okay? This ain't opinion based. Fact number 1. People buy clones. Okay? They do. End of story. People will fucking buy clones. No matter what you say, clones good, bad, doesn't matter. People will still buy them, okay? Okay, there's a market for them, and people will buy them. All right? Fact number 2. Despite people buying clones, Hom Design has no problem selling out of basilisks. BRS does not have a problem completely selling all of their replicants and alpha beasts. Okay? No company, in my opinion, seems to be having a problem selling their products, even with the existence of clones of their products. Okay, yeah, you see this thing? You see this? You see this purple and black replicant select? Yeah, I bought this, okay? I bought it. And you know what? They're all sold out right now. They're all sold out, which means that they sold all of these and every other one that they made recently, okay? And you know how quickly they sold out? Minutes. They sold out in minutes, okay? So how are you going to tell me that clones are stealing their business? They completely sold out. They sold all of the ones they made. Okay? So that's a fact number 2. Is that they are not having a problem selling Balisongs. Okay? Fact number 3. Okay? Clones are pretty much always available. All right? This is sold out. If you want a replicant, too bad. You can either go to the secondary market or you can go wait in line at BRS and you can get one. Okay? Clones, you want a clone tomorrow? Okay, you can go buy it tomorrow. It might not be here for like so many days, a couple weeks, But it's available. It's ready. You can buy it whenever. It's hardly ever a problem that clones are out of stock. So, okay. So there you go. There's 3 facts, okay? Undeniable. You can't tell me that's not true. You can't even try to tell me it's not true that BRS sells out. It's not true that people buy clones, and it's not true that clones are always available. Okay? Those 3 things are always true. All right? Now let's talk about my opinion for a minute. So my opinion is that, oh, well, okay. So the argument is, oh, you should buy the real thing because it's got superior tolerances and, just flips better. Blah, blah. All right, well, you know what? To that point, I want to point out something, okay? Replicants, as great as they are, when they are tuned good, okay? No tap, no play. Look at this, okay? Let's see. See that? Yeah. This Bally is great. It didn't come that way. What? Yeah, this Bally did not come with perfect tolerances. All right? Hate to hurt your feelings. It fucking didn't. I love the Replicant. Don't get me wrong. The Replicant is one of my favorite ballad songs. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it looks. I love the way it flips. But I'm not looking at this thing through rose-colored glasses. Rose quartz glasses, whatever the saying is. Look, it came with an undersized bushing, and I had to replace it. And then that bushing was now oversized. So then I had to sand it down. It happens, okay? It just fucking happens. So you guys out there who put this thing on a pedestal, you gotta fucking cut it out, okay? These can come undersized. These can come out of the box from BRS needing some tuning to get no tap, no play. All right? Clones are the same way. But you know what? A clone didn't cost $400. Okay? So I'm a little more willing to let it slide with a clone. If a clone needs some sanding and some tuning, fine, whatever. It was like 1/4 the price of this, There you go. So I'm not trying to be an advocate for clones. I definitely wouldn't say I support clones over the actual company. But all I'm trying to say right here in this point is that, if your argument is this is better than a clone because this doesn't need tuning and this and that, you're wrong. These do need to be tuned. I had to tune mine. Okay? And sometimes the opposite is true. So there's clones that don't need to be tuned, okay? So that's not an argument. I don't want to hear that. Shit. Grab the bass. Get that ivory basilisk in here. So, you know what? So, yeah, the whole thing about the clones thing is that I think it's a good idea. I think it's good for the longevity of our community growth. Now, I'm not going to say that clones should completely take over and I'm not saying that you should buy clones over the real thing. If you can get the real thing, definitely do that, without a doubt. You have a better resell value or trade value if you have the real thing. Okay, and you can move your way up into other knives. Let's say you got the basilisk, you like it, but you don't really like the way it flips or something. Something about it you don't like. That's fine. You can take a basilisk into the Balisong Instagram hashtag Balisong trade and trade it maybe for a replicant or trade it for an alpha beast. Whatever. You do you, boo. But really, I think the clones are a really good option right now for people just getting into the hobby, okay? I don't buy into the Amazon thing, I'm sorry. I really know that Brandon, Balisong Flipping, really likes the Nabali's G10 and stuff like that. And I guess those are okay. I'm not going to knock those. I don't have one, so I don't know, but okay, those are not super bad, and for $20 you get those. Sure, that's great. But you want something a little bit better quality than that. Maybe flips a little bit better than that. I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but I would honestly tell people, like, pick up a clone. Honestly, at this point, clones are getting really good. And for a starter package, a clone could honestly be really great for people, because depending on the seller, you could get a clone that has extra pivot hardware, extra screws, extra bushings and washers, and that stupid bullshit screwdriver to do it. I mean, that's not a good tool. I would honestly suggest you get a multi-tool like Torx head set like I have, but if all you've got is like $50 to buy a balisong with, fucking shit, why not get the Kraken clone? Why not get the Alien? Why not get the Falcon? I mean, I'm serious. Like, it just makes sense. It does. I hate to say it that clones are important to the community, but they really are, because a lot of people's first balisong is a clone, and it helps them open the doors to the hobby, and it gets them a really good flipping balisong with decent balances and semi-decent tolerances that they can learn all of their tricks on. And then, let's say they do dream of having a replicant. They have the replicant clone now, and they still want the real one. I don't doubt that they wouldn't get that they would get the real one. That came out wrong. I would 100% believe that they would get a real one, if down the line they had the money for it. But I understand that the reality of people's lives is that, there's just some people who can't afford a $400 balisong. That's okay. Why are we gatekeeping so hard? Someone can't afford $400 for a balisong, whatever. So what? Oh, but you could save the money and then you could buy the balisong. No. See, here's the thing about saving money that some people don't get, okay? Sometimes life happens and your savings goes out the door, all right? That's the reality of things too, I'm definitely going to be an advocate for saving money. I mean, I saved up and I've got all these balisongs, sure. Saving money for balisongs is a great way to get higher tier balisongs. But I understand if you're only 18 and you don't get a lot of money to begin with and you've got other expenses, you're not going to want to wait a whole year to save up enough money to buy a replicant. You're not going to want to wait to save up a whole year to buy anything that's a balisong, when for $50 you can just go to AliExpress and pick up a freaking Alien. There you go. Like, why do people gatekeep so hard about it? Like, who gives a fuck about clones? You want to know something about clones? Let me drop the balisong for a minute and let's talk completely about something else. You guys remember this scar? Okay, this airsoft scar, this is made by VFC, okay? It's an expensive airsoft gun. Okay, VFC is a high-tier brand, okay? This thing was like almost $400. We might as well call it $400 with, magazines and all the gear, okay? So, let's say you want an airsoft scar because you like the scar and that's what you want for your airsoft gun, your first one, all right? But you don't have $400 to drop on a gun when you don't even have gear, okay? You don't got a vest, you don't got glasses, you don't got goggles, and you don't got nothing, all right? Clones in the airsoft world have been around forever, and it has never once hindered airsoft as a whole, okay? So you could go get the Echo 1, which is basically a clone of this, and the Echo 1 Scar H is like half the price, okay? Uses the same mags, so whoop-de-doo, you can put the same mags in there, that's great. Uses like the same type of system, battery goes in the back and everything. It's literally a clone of this for half the price. Granted, it's not as good as this, but you get a scar you can go out and you can play airsoft with for half the price as the fucking good one, okay? Why is that a problem for some people? Some people don't have $400 for an airsoft gun. They only got $200, but they want a scar. Why should your decision to be an elitist make their decision to spend the little money they have on something that will make them happy, why is that okay? I just don't get it. So, short answer is I don't mind clones, okay? Long answer is clones are good for people who just cannot get the real thing. And that's the end of story. People who want the real thing, they'll still get the fucking real thing. Get over yourself, all right? They don't have a problem selling. If you want a real replicant, I guarantee if you have the means, you'll fucking get one. If you don't have the means, you'll probably buy a clone and that'll be okay too. Okay? End of story. That's my thoughts and feelings on the whole Balisong clone thing. Hope I didn't offend too many people. Thank you all for watching. I'd encourage you to like and subscribe. And peace out.